Every great leader creates success for themselves, but extraordinary leaders create success for thousands of others. Today, we are privileged to welcome one such visionary leader who has dedicated his life to transforming people, businesses, and organizations. A professor of English at the Government Arts College, Coimbatore, a business leadership coach, motivator, and HR facilitator. He combines academic excellence with practical business wisdom. Having represented India and trained at the prestigious World Leadership Academy in Japan, he brings a truly global perspective to leadership and business growth. For more than 14 years, he has actively coached entrepreneurs, CEOs, senior executives, and business owners, helping them build stronger organizations and achieve extraordinary growth. His guidance has contributed to the success stories of businesses such as Idayam Oils, Usha Oils, Yarkai Oils, KSS Roadways, AXN Tally, and many more leading enterprises. An accomplished author of 13 books, he is also the creator of the popular BAT, Become an Author Today movement, inspiring aspiring authors to share their knowledge with the world. His passion for business education led to the launch of the GSMB School OTT mobile app, where more than 300 entrepreneurs learn business growth strategies every day through practical video lessons and expert insights. His contributions to humanity and leadership have earned him international recognition, including representing JCI India at the United Nations Global Partnership Summit, and in 2015, he had the distinct honor of serving as the national president of JC Warner India, leading one of the country's largest leadership movements. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me for this special moment. Please put your hands together and give a grand JCI welcome to our esteemed speaker, JCI PPP Dr. G. Subramanian.
Thank you very much, President. Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the Business Unlock session on business sales strategies. Today, at the outset, I wanted to thank JCI Coimbatore Indcity for taking up this initiative and giving a wonderful opportunity to the people across India and abroad who is interested to learn on business and grow their business. Before I enter into this program, I just wanted to share you something. Let's have some understanding how to participate in this program, and then we can get into the learning mode. If anywhere, anytime you get an opportunity to learn either in online or in a physical sessions, I strongly recommend that you should have a notepad and pen where you take notes of it, what it is given to you, number one. Number two, since it's an online session, I just recommend you to use your chat box effectively in English and share your thoughts so that it can be interacted. Last 5 minutes, we can take up for a question answer session so that any questions or any doubts with regard to the session can be answered at the last 5 minutes. And the last point, which I am going to say, which is a very important point, whenever there is a learning mode, either you go attend a workshop or you attend a seminar or a conference or you're reading a book or listening to a podcast or YouTube or anywhere, wherever, whatever the mode you are learning, remember, my dear friends, that you should ask a question in your mind. What is being said by a person or what you learn there, do you know it or you don't know it? Yes or no? If you know something which is being taught there, that's a great news. If you don't know, that is a time to take notes. So always the gap which is coming out of a learning is the real learning which is required. And while you're taking the notes or you're writing the notes which you're learning very new or fresh for the day or fresh for your life, you always keep it in your mind that where can I apply this? Can I apply in business? Can I apply in my personal life? Can I apply in my social life? Can I apply in some of the parts of our industry where I am involved in it? So learning is parallelly happening when you ask a question, can I apply this in some place or not? So this is the basic idea whenever participants participate in a learning mode. And I strongly suggest if you keep your videos on, it will be very powerful to interact and move forward. That's it. Let's get into the business, my dear friends. And we call this session as a sales growth strategies that delivers result, right? Sales growth strategies that delivers result. Right away, I'm asking a very big question. That the big idea of this question is, I have a very, very straight question. It's a simple question, but it's a very big question. I use your chat box and give me an answer. What is business? Can I have the answer, my dear friends? Use your chat box and give me an answer. What is business? Can you answer the question? What is business? Yes, thank you very much, Jesco. Jesco is giving in a straight away the answer. It's a sale, and I get a profit, making money, sales, give and take. Tamil Chelvan says it's a give and take, right? And finding solutions for the problems and solving the problems and decision making. Perfect. I got lots of answers. Satisfaction with earning money and helping others, values. Perfect answers, my dear friends. But let me give you a very practical answer. Well, if you ask me a question, what is sales? I mean, what is business? The straight answer which he can give it is it's a sales. As Jesco said, it's a sales. Friends, any business has an, various verticals, but the most important vertical of a business is called sales. Why do you have a product to sell? Why do you have a company to produce a product to sell? Why do you have a showroom to sell? Why do you make a branding to sell? Why do you market to sell? Why do you have a staff to sell? Why do you have a packing which is beautifully done to sell? Anything in a business, you remember, my dear friends, the word sales is very important. There is no sales. If you are not doing marketing, still sales is happening, it's good. But you do marketing, sales is not happening, that's bad. Right? You have a good product or bad product or a right product or wrong product. It's all comes only after a sale. People buy it and say that it's a good product, or people buy it and say that it's a bad product. Whatever you take it in business, please remember that. If you ask me who is a best businessman, somebody who can sell products. If you say that, sir, I'm very good in manufacturing a product, you're a good manufacturer. You say, sir, I'm very good in marketing in a product, you're a good marketer. But who is a perfect, a successful businessman? A businessman who can sell. So sales is everything in a business. Remember that it is sale. If you are not able to sell your product, I can tell you, my dear friends, there is no use of any of the things which you have it with you. So keep remembering that sales is everything. And our session is all about how to bring a sales strategy which can give us a result in a business. This is the crux of our session, or the main idea of the session, or the big idea of our session. To move forward, my dear friends, I just want to ask you a simple question here. What is a strategy? Because our topic is sales strategies. So we have spoken about what is business. Business means sales, and sales is something which brings revenue to the organization. So the question is, what is business? The answer is sales. The next question is, what is sales? Something which brings cash to the company is called as a sales, right? Now I have a question to you. Use your chat box and give me an answer. What is strategy? Because we are here to learn about sales strategy, right? I want an answer. It's a technique. Satyanarayan says that it's a technique. Nandakumar says it's an action, right? And Swaminathan says it's a more sales. What do you mean by strategy? That's a path. Akshaya says anything, right? It's a method to reach a customer. Oh, it's an SOP, right? The people say that it's an SOP, right? And Anil Kumar says that, okay, it's a planning or an execution, right? Long term, understood, understanding a customer. Mukesh says that it's all about understanding a customer. Thank you very much, and I appreciate all your answers, my dear friends, for giving a wonderful answer stating that sales is all about, strategies and the answers you're giving. But let me put in a simple way. Let's move forward. I'm just showing in a chart, a dot here. In a notepad, you just put this four dots. Put this 9 dots as I put here, right? I suggest you to put this 9 dots in your notepad or a notebook. You just put this 9 dots. Top 3 dots, middle row, and bottom row. All 9 dots, right? Yes. And now I want you to connect all these 9 dots. I want you to connect all these 9 dots. Please connect all these 9 dots. In a notepad, you just put this 9 dots, and I want you to connect this 9 dots, right? You just connect it as I'm just giving you 10 seconds to connect it. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, stop. I hope you all connected. If you're all connected, you just put a letter yes. That's enough. You all connected, then you put a letter yes. Yes, thank you very much. I'll give you some probable answers. You tell me which one you have done it. The option one, I am doing this. Have anybody done like this? Have you anybody done like this? Yes or no? Anybody done like this? I'm just showing in a method. I rolled the paper and I made it one. The answer is no, 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 no. I'm getting the answer no, right? Nobody has done this, right? Thank you very much. Option one, nobody has done it. I'm going to the option two. Is there anybody who done this? Is there anybody who have done this? Yes, I'm getting some answers. Yes, no, yes, no. So now I'm getting slowly more yeses, right? More yeses. I'm giving the third option. Did anybody done like this? Anybody done like this? The third option, yes. I'm getting lots of yeses. I'm getting lots of yeses. Right. Option one, option two, option three. Which is the best method? Can I have the answer, my dear friends? If it is one or two or three, can I have the answers? It's one or two or three. And I get an answer. Three is the best, two is the best, one is the best. I'm getting multiple answers. Let me tell you, my dear friends, our idea is to connect these nine dots. That's it. And to connect these nine dots, you find a way. That's called strategy. Hello, you got the point. What is strategy? It is our idea, our ambition, and we want to achieve a result by connecting these dots. Either you do it in the first option, or you do it in the second option, or you do it in the third option, but you have done it. That is called result. And the result is called it is done. The job is done. So anytime, anywhere, my dear friends, if you want to achieve a result, you find a way to do it. You find a way to achieve a result. That's why we call it as a sales strategies, which gives you result. We need to produce result. If you are not able to produce result, what do you mean by result in a business? A result in business is to sell a product and make a money. You do it with the first option or a second option or a third option, doesn't matter. But have you done it? That's a question. And if your answer is A, then fine. B, it's fine. It's C, it's fine. But you have done it. That's called strategy. That's why I tell you, my dear friends, if you ask me what is strategy, strategy is the most effective way to achieve our target. Which is the fastest method, which is the best method, which is the cost effective method, which is the easiest method. That method is called as a strategy. Are you clear about it? A strategy refers to the most effective method required to achieve an objective. You have a goal, you have an objective, you have a concept, you want to achieve it, and you find a method. That method is called as a strategy. I hope you all understand what you mean by strategy. Can I have the response in chat box, yes or no, so that I can move forward? So you understand what is strategy. Strategy is a method here, and it's a most effective method or which is required to achieve, right? It's an action taken to achieve your objective is called as a strategy. And slowly we are moving on to the other part. So we have spoken about what is strategy and we have spoken about what is business. And slowly we are moving to what is sales strategy. Now I spoke about what is strategy. Strategy means an action required to accomplish an objective. There is a goal, you want to achieve that goal, and you take an action to achieve that goal. That is called as a strategy. That's perfect and clear. Now the question, my dear friends, what is sales strategy? Can I have some answers in the chat box? Can you say that some answers in the chat box? What is a sales strategy? What do you mean by sales strategy? Anybody? To maximize revenue, right? And Anil Kumar says to increase the sales. To increase the sales. Anand Kumar says action plan, right? Anand Kumar says it's an action plan. Saravanan says a way of sales. Kandavel says it's an approach, right? And Satya says effective. And Nitya says it's a build trust. Thanks for all your answers. Nandakumar says an action plan for increase the sales. Thanks for your answers. Friends, if you ask me what is sales strategy, let me put it step by step. Now it's a time to think and take notes of it. A sales strategy is a well-defined action. It's a definite action. It is an action, right? First point is it is an action plan. A plan or action plan to achieve a target is called as a strategy, right? A sales strategy, a well-defined action plan. Point one. For what? A plan to find a customer, to identify a customer. Right? What is the strategy? It is to identify a customer. And after identifying customer, what a sales strategy has to do? It has to convert a potential customer into a buyer. To identify a customer is called as a lead generation. A sales strategy means it is a plan, it's an action plan, it is a strategy to identify a customer. That's called lead generation. And immediately you have to convert that potential customer, that lead into a buyer. Buyer means somebody who gave money and purchased it, right? So you convert a potential customer into a buyer. Step two, first step one, identify the customer. Step two, convert the potential customer into a buyer. And step three, using a specific technique. You have a technique or a tool or a resource, either with the help of an online or with the help of an offline or within a physical or within a strategy or within a tool or within a technique or within a resource. You go approach a customer and convert that potential customer into a buyer is called as a sales strategy. Are you clear about it? Or networking, whatever the methodology you use, Sandhya. Are you able to get, my dear friends, are you get a grip over it? What is a sales strategy? So it is an action plan. It is not just a plan, and a plan which can be put into action is called as an action plan. A plan which can put into action is called as an action plan. And that action plan identifies the customer. That means a lead generation. After identifying the customer, you convert the potential customer into a buyer. That is the converting the potential customer into a buyer. And using a specific technique and tool and resource, that is called as a sales strategy. Is it clear, everybody? Can I have a response in the chat box that I understand what is sales strategy? If you're understood, you can just put in a yes so that we can move forward. I'm waiting. Yes, thank you. I'm able to get a lot of yeses. Thank you very much, my dear friends. Let's get into the business. Now I'm going to give you something. This is what the takeaway of the day, or we can say that this is the actual crux of our learning, which we are doing it. Let's learn from the proven strategies of the world. Slowly and steadily, in the course of a time, in the world of a business, people have used lots of strategies to improve the business. But they have finally found some of the strategies are always, time and again, it's considered as one of the best strategies of the world. So I'm going to share some of the world's best strategies, which is proven and which is very effective and which gives more important the result. The result giving strategies. I'm speaking about the result giving strategies. Whatever the product you sell, either you are in a service industry or in a product industry. What do that mean? If you sell a phone, then you are in a product industry. If you service a phone, then you are called as a service industry. Either you are in a product industry or service industry. Let me say that the first world's proven and most result oriented. I'm not just saying best one. What do you mean by the result? That sells a product and give money. The most result oriented strategies. Do you have any guesses, my dear friends? Do you remember any of the strategies which is a world's proven strategies which gives you result? Anybody? Okay, let me give you an answer. The first one we can call it as this is the strategy which I'm saying, my dear friends, which is being called as a spin strategy, right? We call it as a spin selling. There is a professor called Neil Rackman. Neil Rackman gave this strategy. He's a professor of management science and is a business guru. And he went on to do a research of 35,000 case studies across the world. 35,000 case studies across the world, and he found a strategy, and his name is Neil Rackman. Neil Rackman gave one of the world's proven result-oriented sales strategy. And what is the spin strategy stands for? The spin strategy means SPIN, spin, right? This is called spin strategy. S means situational, P means problem, I means implication, and N means need payoff. This is the words which is used by Reckman. But we are not just stopping with what is spin. Now we have to answer a question. I've just introduced a strategy called spin. Now we have to understand what is spin, right? If you ask me what is spin, spin means situational, P means problem, I means implication, and N means need of. But let's go forward and let's understand the spin in a very practical business scenarios. Number one, I'm just telling you, my dear friends, what I'm saying is let's understand spin with an example, right? Let's apply the spin in a FMCG, fast moving consumer goods product. A spin in a FMCG, I can tell you, my dear friends, let's take a premium product, let's take a organic snack. There is a company which is in a manufacturing of an organic snack. For example, a sugar-free biscuit or something which is very good for health, which is organic, which is not artificial. They made in a biscuit, for example. There is a company which is into an organic snack. Now, this salesman has to use a sales strategy. The businessman has to use a sales strategy, or a sales leader has to use a sales strategy called spin. So what he or she will do, first situation, he goes to a store, a grocery store or a department store, and ask a question, a very simple question to the person where he has to discuss, that is the owner of the store. He goes and meet. I wanted to tell you, never speak to anybody in a store or in a business who cannot take a decision. The first success of a sales, you have to meet a person who can take a decision. Otherwise, your time is waste. So the salesman goes and meets the business leader goes and meets a decision maker. And you ask a question, sir, I am in the process of selling these snacks, and ours is an organic snacks. In your store, how much space you have allotted for an organic snacks? We are not asking an order, we are just asking a question. So do you have any organic snacks in your store, and you have any space allotted for your store? The answer must be yes or no. And immediately after that answer, the salesperson, the sales leader gives in a problem. He says, do you struggle to find a reliable healthy snacks? The answer is yes. You will ask a question, how is it selling, sir? Are you having a really worthy healthy snacks? Then the owner says that, why do you ask that question? We have organic snacks. Why do you ask a question? Why yours is healthy and others are not healthy? Then the salesman says that, because, sir, if you are not holding the snacks, if there is no section for organic snacks, if there is no section for a healthy snacks, the customer will go to a competitor. Because today's world, people are more health conscious. Because after 2020, that means that after COVID lockdown, the health consciousness, according to the statistics of a World Health Organization, he gives some proof, he gives some data, he gives some information that makes an eye opening for the customer. He says that the health consciousness is becoming more. Our own company, which is having more of a snacks, but now we are into sales of organic snacks, and our organic snacks sales is growing faster. If your store is not having an organic snacks, I'm very sure, sir, according to the statistics, this number of customers will move away to the next store where there is an organic snacks. That is called implication. Then he says that, suppose you take our snacks, we will give you good organic snacks, we'll give you good margin, and we will do the marketing for your product, and your sales will grow. My dear friends, this is the 4 steps applied. The step 1, which clearly finds out the situation, whether it is the store is having organic snacks or not. Step 2, he is telling that if you don't have an organic snacks, the real problem is your business will be in loss. The reason is, I'm giving you data. This is the data which says that the business cannot move forward because people love organic snacks. But don't worry, sir. Our company can support you with a good margin, a good marketing. This we call it as a spin model. This we call it as a spin model. And to say more about it, why spin model is selling is very effective. I can tell you, my dear friends, did I sell or I was educating the customer? Can I have the answer in chat box? Am I selling or educating the customer? Option A is selling. Option B is educating. Can I have the answer? I'm educating the customer. I'm educating the customer, correct? I'm not selling the product. I didn't ask him to buy the product. I'm educating the customer. Friends, absolutely, today the world is looking for not a salesman, it is looking for a person who can educate about a product, about a market. And that's why I'm saying, why say encourage, this is called consulting selling. A salesperson should become a consultant. This is the underlined word. Please understand. A sales leader, a business leader, become a consultant. A consultative selling approach. You educate the customer, sir, this is the best part of our product. and this organic is good, and you tell about a product. Let's take about you're selling a plastic bag, or you're selling about a thermal bag, whatever the product you're selling. I can tell you, you educate a customer and you become a consultant who educate a customer. And that's why we call it as a consultative selling approach. Did anybody have done this approach in your business? Is there anybody who have done this approach in your business? Sir, I go, I educate the people, then they buy it. I never ask them to buy. I have never tell them to buy. I just educate them. This is the best part of it. This is the benefit you get it. I understand their situation. I understand their problem. I understand their implication. And I understand what you will get if you do it. That is called spin, my dear friend. And why spin selling is effective? It builds customer relationship. We are not selling product. We are building relationship. Spin is why it is more effective. Spin is why more effective. We don't sell product. We develop a relationship. We are developing a human relationship there. That's why spin is a more effective method. And why spin is more effective method? It helps understand deep customer problems and you solve the problem. You are not a salesperson. You're a problem. There is a problem, you solve the problem, and you are a solution provider. Which one people want, salesperson or a solution provider? Can I have the answer? Yes. Option B, as you rightly say, that people want only solution providers. They don't want problems. They want solutions. So if your product gives a solution, if your product gives in a benefit and you educate a customer and you provide a solution and people accept it, that is called spin. Are you clear about it? Are you all able to understand the spin strategy? Yeah, can I have the response in your chat box? Yes, sir. We are able to understand. I'll put it in a simplest method. When you get an appointment with a customer means a person who takes a decision is called as a customer. You go and talk to your son of the owner's son, and the owner's son, after listening, he says, sir, you have to talk with my father. No point in it. No point in it. So I strongly suggest you talk to your decision maker, number one. When you talk to your decision maker, understand the situation. And that is called the first part of it, right? And you tell what is the real problem. Then you tell, if you don't solve the problem, what will happen? And my product is the solution to your problem. People will buy. This is called spin. This is called spin. Can we do this? Yes, my dear friends. To move forward, align the solution with the customer specific needs, right? Specific needs. You give it what customer wants. Don't sell what you have. I repeat the statement. The strategy of a sales is find the customer needs and sell it. Don't sell what you have, right? Let me give you an example here. There is a box of chocolate, right? There is a box of chocolate. And who is the customer? Can I have the answer? Can I have the answer in chat box? You want to sell chocolate. Who is the customer? Who is a potential customer? Children. That's a wrong answer. That's a wrong answer. Do you know that? They are consumers. Consumers. Absolutely, Sandhya. You got the answer. The parent is actually the customer. The buyer is a customer. The user is not a customer. User may be a customer, may not be a customer. The real word of a customer is somebody who pay the money and get it, right? So the buyer is a customer, right? And the girl tells to the father, you go and buy a chocolate, and I want a brownie chocolate. The father is a buyer. The buyer becomes a customer. How do you sell a chocolate to a customer? When a father comes to buy a product, you say that, father, this product is good for the children's health. When the child come and buy it, you say that this product is tasty. You sell taste to the customer if it is a child. You sell health to a customer if it is a father. So find the need. That is the secret of spin. Find the need and sell it. You got it? Everybody, you got the point, Saji, what I'm trying to say. Thank you very much. Let's move to the next strategy. So you're all clear with the strategy one. You can just put letter 1. I'm giving you the second strategy so that we can move to the second strategy. Thank you very much for your immediate response. So we are done with the spin. Let's go to the second strategy. I'll tell you, my dear friends, sales strategy number 2. That is, we call it as a fab. We call it as a fab sales. This is another interesting part, fab sales. What do you mean by fab sales strategy? Fab means features, advantages, and benefits. Fab means feature, advantage, and benefit. Right? Fab means feature, advantage, and benefit. So this is another strategy which is a very strong strategy, which is used across the world and which gives you lots of results, which gives you lots of money. And let me tell you, my dear friends, let's use a fab strategy with an example and in a scenario, right? Can you tell me what do you see in this picture? Can I have the answer in chat box? What do you see in the picture? Can you tell me? You see a ship. Nandakumar says, sir, I see a ship. Absolutely. Mangai got the answer. Mangai says it's a flying ship. Right? It is not a ship. It's a flying ship, correct? Swaminathan, you're right, and Shivam, you're right. It's a flying ship, correct? It's a flying ship. Friends, so there is a ship which which sails on the water. There is a ship which is flying. Which one you will sail? Always people go to the best one, right? Which more features. A ship is something which is used for transport, but here is a ship which flies. So the feature of the ship is more interesting, right? It is a feature of the ship is more interesting. That's what we say, that features. Let's take an example. Vacuum cleaner, right? A product vacuum cleaner. There is a salesman or a sales leader who wants to sell a vacuum cleaner. We are understanding fab strategy within a vacuum cleaner. Fab means features, advantages, and benefit. Let's say that the feature of the vacuum cleaner is, a salesperson says that a vacuum cleaner is very good because it has a powerful 1200 watts motor, right? That's called feature, right? That's called feature. I'll come to it slowly. Let me introduce. Then he says that, madam, the advantage of this particular vacuum cleaner, it picks up the dust even in the smallest place. It will remove the water. It will remove the dirt. It will remove the microorganism dirt. That is the advantage. Because we have a feature of 1200 watts motor. Look at the words. The advantage of this particular vacuum cleaner, it will take even a microorganism dirt because it is having a 1200 watt motor feature. So he speaks about the feature is more important so that you get that advantage. Remember, madam, if you are using a 1200 watts motor as a feature in a vacuum cleaner, and the advantage is it will pick up even the microorganism. And the benefit, what you're going to get, I can tell you, my dear friends, the benefit is you will save time, you will get health, and your effort is less, and your home is clean. So he's giving 4 benefits. Benefit 1, health. Microorganisms are taken away, madam. Benefit 2, you will have a clean home. Benefit 3, you save time. And benefit 4, it is easy to use. My dear friends, this is called fab. It starts with the feature, right? And you speak about advantage and you sell the benefit. Hello, are you all with me? Friends, there is a drilling machine. You know what is drilling machine, no? A drilling machine is used to put a hole on a wall. Listen to me very carefully. Don't sell drilling machines. Don't sell drilling machines. Sell the hole, right? Don't sell products. If you sell product, rejection is guaranteed. If you sell product, objection is guaranteed. But if you sell feature, people will listen. If you sell advantage, people will listen. If it sell benefit, people will listen. Because people are looking for a feature, advantage, and benefit. People are not looking for a product. Agreed or disagreed? People are not looking for a drill gun. People are looking for a hole. People don't want a drilling gun. People are looking for a hole, right? Ladies and gentlemen, please understand, we have to sell the hole. Don't sell a water tank, right? Don't sell a water tank. You sell the feature of a water tank. You sell the advantage of a water tank. You sell the benefit of the water tank, correct? And that's why I'm saying that the fab model is a proven model, right? And to move forward, my dear friends, I wanted to tell you that use positive languages. When you want to sell a fab product, use positive languages, right? And I can give you a statement here. A salesman says, Madam, imagine, right? Your time is reduced. Your family is healthy, right? You will have an enjoyable day. This is very easy to handle, right? This is the positive words, right? Use positive languages. Clear? And if I can move forward, my dear friends, then you close the sale. Now that you see how much easy and faster a positive language followed by a sales close, right? That is the way to close a fab model, a positive language. Imagine how much more enjoyable your day will be when your home is spotless in just a fraction of time. Within a short time, you finish your work and you have removed every dirt and you save time. Imagine, madam, how good it will be. Your home is so clean and tidy. A positive language. And we have a product which is a vacuum cleaner, which has a feature, which has an advantage, which has a benefit, which can do this. Sales is closed. All right? Sales is closed. How to close a sale? Don't ask, madam, you want to buy it. Right? Don't ask, madam, can I give you? You just ask the next question. I'm giving a strategy here in a sales closing. Don't ask, do you want it? Don't tell that buy it. Instead, you say, madam, whether I can go for a GPay or online transfer or cash. Hello, are you with me? I'm giving option. There is something called in a sales closing. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, I'm giving you a strategy. In a sales closing, there is something called power of two. A power of two. I want all the audience, all 130 plus audience, please answer me one question. Do you like apple or orange? Can I have the answer? Can I have the answer? Do you like apple or orange? Apple, orange, apple, orange, apple, orange, apple, orange, apple, orange. Somebody says both, right? Very good. Thank you very much. Apple, orange, apple, orange. The most interesting part. Thank you very much. You all came to a conclusion there is only two fruit in the whole of the world, that is apple or orange. That's bad. That is human psychology. Even you like grapes, you said apple. Even you like plums, you said orange. Even you like mango, you said apple. That is called don't allow the customer to think more. Make the customer to think in only two. You ask the customer in a sales closing strategy, ask the customer, madam, you want to pay in UPI or in cash? And madam is saying UPI. Sales is over. Hello? Are you with me? Are you with me? You are getting it what I say. You ask only two questions. It is UPI or some other method, right? Don't ask, would you want to buy a product? Madam, shall I give you a product? Can you give me a product? Madam will say, madam, sir, you come tomorrow. The sir will say, tomorrow. Instead, you say that, do you want to pay in UPI or you want to pay in cash? And they'll think and say, UPI. Sales is closed. That's called power of two. Make people think only in two. Don't allow the people to think the third or fourth or fifth option. Give them to think only in two. Right? And that's why I'm saying that selling the feature, selling the advantage, selling the benefit. And I wanted to move forward, my dear friends, to say that where to use fab selling models. Can I have the answer? Can I have the answer in chat box, please? As a business leaders, as a businessman, can you give me an answer? Where to use fab model? Can you give me an answer? Where to use a fab model? Can I have the answer? A retail store, a service, a product selling. Nanda Kumar, you got the point. It's a product selling, correct? A fab sales is a product selling. Very good. Right. Kalyan, you're right. It's a product selling. Very good. Everywhere. Let's be very specific, my dear friends. Where to use in a fab selling? A product demonstration. Some of the suggestions I'm giving you, product demonstrations to highlight the key features and the practical advantages during a live demos. If you want to show a demo and sell, there is a product you want to sell by using a demo. For example, an iPhone is sold, or a laptop is sold, or a car, a picture of a car is sold. Don't talk about a car. You show the car, you open the car, you run the car, you do in a drive, and you make them sit, you make them touch, you make them feel. That is called demo. In a demo sale, we have the feature, advantage, and benefit. Are you all with me? We call it as a demo sale. Every product cannot be a demo sale, right? Every product cannot be a demo sale. Even if you want to sell a chili powder, a demo sale will be very helpful. Allow them to smell, allow them to touch, allow them to see, feel. All five senses are allowed. Their feature, advantage, benefits are done. And moving forward, my dear friends, the next suggestion I'm giving you, trade shows. When you go for a trade shows, you have an exhibitions. You put a stall in some trade shows, right? We have a JCOM stalls, which is coming up in many of the parts of India. In a JCOM stalls or in a trade shows, you can show that exhibition, explain the product value to the visitor with a limited time, the feature, the advantage, and the benefit. Quickly do it. Quickly do it. And this is another place where this FAB model can be used. And there is another strategy, another place where FAB model can be used to upselling and cross-selling, right? To showcase the additional features, complementary products that provide extra benefit. Can you have an example where people use this? Can you tell me an industry where people were using a product sale demonstration, like in a car sales? Can you give me an example where people use a fab for a product demonstration? Any industries? Any phone industry? I told phone, I told car, phone, anything else. Car, phone, anything else. I wanted to tell you, my dear friends, I had an opportunity to buy some 7 months ago. I went and replaced my bed. The bed was replaced. And I went there to buy a bed from a very reputed company. And they said that, sir, this is the best bed, sir. This cost about 1,20,000 rupees. I asked, why so 1,20,000 rupees? The gentleman said, sir, please come lie down. And I said, no, I cannot lie down. No, sir, you must lie down. The beds are sold by people use it. He said, sir, you lie down on this side, that side. And he said that, sir, do you feel it? And I said, yes. Then he charged me 1,20,000 to buy, right? Even the beds are sold. So products, I can tell you, my friends, like that, can you tell me where upselling and cross-sellings are done? When you buy a phone, people sell accessories, right? That is called upselling. Cross-selling, where demo, they say that the grip in the car will be very good if you put this cover, right? That is called upselling and cross-selling, which is happening in a travel industry. Travel agencies, they do upselling and cross-selling with the features and advantages, right? My dear friends, and training sales team. To teach sales team, if a new salesman has joined your company, if a new salesman has joined a company, listen everybody, please note down in your point. You're appointing a new salesman. The first strategy which you have to teach him is not spin. The first strategy you have to teach him is FAB. If a new salesman has joined, the first strategy you have to teach him is FAB. Feature, advantage, and benefit of our product. Every new salesman should start selling with FAB strategy. Clear? So we have spoken about two strategies, spin and FAB. If you're done with two, you can say two. If you're clear, just put C so that we can go to the third strategy. Are you all clear about these two strategies? Yes, thank you very much. I'm getting the responses. I want responses from all the 135 who are present here. Yes. Thank you very much. Let's move to the third strategy. Sales strategy number 3. Sales strategy number 3. I have given you spin. I have given you FAB. Now I am giving you something called gap strategy. There is a strategy called gap selling. It is created by Canon, right? Gap selling. It's a proven strategy. It's a very regular, very proven strategy which is seen across the world, which is called as a gap selling. right? What do you mean by gap selling? See, there is a current situation. What is the gap? You identify the gap. The reality, the future. In between, there is a gap. Bridging the gap. Exactly, Sandhya, right? There is a gap. There is something missing. And you fill up that missing, that is called sales. There is something is missing there. And the filling up that missing is called as a gap selling. Let's give an example so that we can understand with an example what is gap selling. Let's understand selling with one sales of a CRM software, customer relationship management software, right? I have taken the first one with a FMCG, the second one I have taken with a vacuum cleaner. Now I'm using an extra example called CRMs, customer relationship management software. A CRM is being done here, right? The CRM is being done, right? And moving forward, my dear friends, the current situation. You go to a customer and you identify what is the current situation. And you ask a question, the salesperson asks a question, right? The question is, how is your current CRM system working, sir? He's already having a CRM, he's already having a software, and you ask a question, how is your CRM system working? Is it good, bad, or it's okay? Some response comes from the customer. Customer says it's slow and difficult to use, right? Need some support. It's holding back our sales team. It is not happening as I wanted. Our product, I need some upgradation. I think this is very slow. The response is not getting. So he's telling some of the problems in CRM. And the salesperson immediately gives in a situation. Oh, he says that, sir, we can make one ideal CRM, which is customized only for you. Only for your industry, only for your company, one act. We customize it according to your requirement. He's already having a CRM. And you go to this guy and say that, sir, your CRM can be customized only for your company. The guy is happy. What will be the response from the customer? Yes, we need something which is fast, which is easy, that helps our team to close deals quicker. So there is a current situation. Analyze the current situation. Get the reality. What is the problem in it? Get the reality. That requires a lot of need analysis. We call it as a need analysis. A need analysis in a customer place. When you want to sell a software, do a need analysis. Today, almost everybody is having a software, but we have to go on a business out of that. So go do a need analysis. Understand what is the situation, and identify there is a gap. There is already a software. And what is the software? CRM software. And that CRM software, you identify what is the gap. And you tell that, sir, this is the gap which is slowing down your business. So we can help in fixing this problem. Shall we do it? Then the gentleman or the customer says, yes. This is called gap selling, my dear friends. This is called gap selling. And to move forward, I can tell you, my dear friends, gap selling is very famous across the world. And I can give you why gap selling is identify the gap, right? So you want a CRM and your team can you say that your team can solve the problem. And a salesman says that we can give you a customized, fast CRM, which is user friendly, which can be done by anybody. And closing the gap, the salesman makes a sales. So identify the gap, give a solution, close the gap. Three-step method. Identify the gap, right? Present a solution, close the gap. Got it, everybody? The three-step method. Are you all with me? Yes or no? Identify the gap, present the solution, and close the gap. Thank you very much. Yes, that's we call it as a gap selling. So the secret in this business is identifying. The secret in this business is identifying the gap. Let me give you where they use gap selling, where you can use gap selling. For example, the customer is struggling. There is a problem, really, the customer is struggling. Let me give you an example. Look at this example, the world famous examples, right? Retail store is facing a low sales in a coffee product because it takes a lot of time to make a coffee. Brewing a coffee, putting that coffee seed and powdering it, I'm speaking in it and mixing it and making a coffee. The guy comes and asks, sir, can I have a coffee? They are taking 20 minutes to make a coffee. And there is a gap in the market. There is a gap in the market. Yes or no? Can I have the response? There is a gap in the market. Somebody comes and asks for a coffee, you take 20 minutes, and because the preparation time is taking time. And one company identified this and they introduced in a world that is called Nestle, instant coffee. Now they rule the world. Friends, go find the gap. They rule the world, yes or no? Right? Now I am giving you second is customer has a goal. Previously, the customer is having a struggle. Now I am telling you the customer has a goal. There is a goal the customer wanted to achieve, right? The goal a customer wanted to achieve. A supermarket wants to boost the sales of a healthy beverages, right? As a customer are increasingly focused on health consciousness. So there is a gap. The supermarkets and the department stores and the restaurants and the hotel says, sir, people are not drinking colas today because they are looking for a healthy drink. They want a healthy beverages. So Coca-Cola, we don't want Pepsi, we don't want, sir. And people are asking, this is not possible, sir. And people are now health conscious. Immediately there is a gap in it. Can you tell me what is the new product launched by an international company and captured the whole area of a business? A customer has a goal. The goal is to have a healthy drink. The customer goal is to have a healthy drink. Can you guess? Absolutely, Ramya, Ramya Javed has found a product that is called Diet Coke. Correct? That's called Diet Coke. There is a gap. You identify the gap and you answer it, and that's called Diet Coke. And I'm giving you one more situation. Please note down this point. The point is the customer is struggling. Then there is a gap. The customer has a goal. There is a gap. I'm giving you all strategies. Now I'm giving you the third area where gap selling can be very successful in a complex sales. There is a complex situation. There is a complex situation. A chain of hotels, right? There is a chain of hotel like a Taj or Radisson's or big chain of hotels. They upgraded their toiletries, that is the brushing to toothbrush, etc. But they are Taj, they are high class 5-star hotel. But their toothbrush and their soaps are not matching to their standard, right? So the standards are not matched. There is a gap. And somebody came and told, sir, I will stand in. Unilever says that we give you personal care products. How is this? Unilever comes and says personal care product. This is with the chain of hotel. Now I am asking you to think in your personal experience and give me a hotel industry, a lodging industry, which is in a small way, but they wanted to give a cheap and best soap. There is a gap. Who filled that? Do you know that brand? A hotel industry which is giving a room rent of 500 rupees, 1000 rupees. Medimix, Nandakumar. Medimix, correct? Do you get Medimix in a regular grocery store or a supermarket? There are 10 grocery stores. Do you think 10 grocery stores will have a Medimix? 10 grocery, all 10 will have a Medimix? No. They are not interested in selling into the direct customer through a grocery market. They go to a hotel industry, lodging industry, and not to a premium sector, but in a low budget sector. And they say that we are giving a soap which is called a Medimix soap. Ladies and gentlemen, there is always a gap. It's a complex gap. And the fifth area, the customer doesn't realize their problem. They don't know there is a problem. And you identify a problem. For example, a customer is using an economy detergent that takes longer to wash. The washing time is more because the detergent is not very effective, right? The vessel washing is a very difficult job. All women will agree. Washing in a vessel with an oil and with a grease, oil grease is very difficult. That's the biggest gap. Do you remember an industry? Do you remember a product which solved that gap and become one of that? Not Vim. It's not Vim gel. Even before Vim gel, a low budget, you can tell me it is Vim. But exactly, it is not Vim gel. Vim gel is an advanced one, Saji. Thank you very much. Gautam got it. Sabina washing powder, right? That's a low budget one. And Sabina washing powder, it is making really very tough. Then they made it in a Vim bar, the gap. Ladies and gentlemen, there is always a gap in industry. And identifying that gap, and I can tell you, Procter and Gamble came within a cloth industry, Tide detergent, right? Surf Excel. Yes, Jnana Prakasham gives an answer. Surf Excel. But Tide is the first one, then Surf Excel came. Friends, ladies and gentlemen, please understand that there is always in a strategy, right? So I have given you four. Now I am giving you the fifth way, fifth places where a customer can use in a gap strategy. That is called the customer is hesitant to change. The change is not happening. They are not ready to change. They are using for all the years together. Can you tell me a brand which we are using for so many years, a trusted brand? Even from the day one, you are using that brand, and you remember Anand that brand. Yes, Shivam, you got the answer. And it's a Colgate toothpaste, right? We never changed. We never changed our Colgate toothpaste, right? The trusted brand. Oh, why you didn't buy Colgate? Right? Any other brands? You remember a trusted brand which is used for all the years that this is the brand has never been changed. A customer is using a brand of a toothpaste which is unsure about switching to the more well-known trusted brand. Then there is a gap. I can tell you Colgate, that is a Colgate, right? Colgate always. And Colgate came and gave it as a Colgate Kids, Colgate Salt, Colgate Green, Colgate Blue, Colgate Red, Colgate this. Like a Horlicks says that we'll give you women Horlicks and we given a girls Horlicks, we'll given a strong Horlicks, we given a healthy Horlicks, we given a mineral Horlicks. Same product because there is a gap. Ladies and gentlemen, I can tell you, I have given you three things. The number one is called the spin method. The number two is called the FAB method. The number three is called as a gap method. Apply this method immediately today in your business. And you have a customer, you have a sales team. Call your sales team and start with the FAB method and slowly move on to spin method and a gap method. Wish you all the best. It's 6 o'clock.